Hi, Dale Titus here with 2-Minute Bass Lessons. And I'm going to show you today another slap groove. And this slap groove is slap groove number 3, and it's pretty simple. You can find the chart for it with all the notation on what technique to use on mtdkingston.com. Go to the zone, look at bass lessons, and in the written materials column you'll find the chart for slap groove number 3. This one's quite simple, actually. I do like showing it because it does introduce you maybe to something you haven't done much, which is thumbing on the higher strings. And I just think it's got a great sound. So if we break it down, it starts really simple with a simple open E. Just thumbed, no big technique challenge there. Then it has, on the last 16th note of beat 2, you do a muted G string pop. Just like that. And really, I view that as a lead-in to the next note, which is the thumb D on the A string. So it's 1, 2, like that. Now I follow that D simply with another thumbed E, 2 frets higher on the A string. And you know, that could be an intro to many different kinds of slap grooves. You could take that beginning and just follow it in various ways. Here's just an example of how I follow it up. I like to pop the 5th fret G on the D string instead of the open G string, because one is I can control the sustain, and I think it's got a beefier sound. So I pop the 5th fret G at the end of that cycle I've already shown you. So really slowly it's like that. Pretty simple. Oh, I should say, right before I pop that G, I do a wrist mute, and that's simply, and I do that to put the pop G on the and of 4. It's a little funkier than if I was just to put it on 4. So here's the first measure of the groove as we've discovered it so far. Now I put 2 beats of rest in beat 2, in bar 2, and I think it's important when you're developing your slap, most of the time, try not to just take up every possible 16th note. Leave some air, let some of the other instruments come through. It also gives you future possibilities for maybe changing up the latter part of the phrase. But so I start the second measure with 2 beats of rest. And then on beat 3, I do that trusty old ricochet lick again, but with a little bit of a variety. I do a muted thumb, muted pop. I thumb the A on the D string, hammer on to the B, do another wrist mute, muted pop, thumb on the G string. Now, not a lot of guys do this, or I shouldn't say not a lot, but I know some players aren't comfortable doing that. So you want to work out where you can thumb on the G string and get a good sound. And then I do a hammer on to the E. So that sounds like, I actually put an accidental pop in there, it's really this. Like that. So let's put the whole phrase together and see how it sounds. Now as you're developing this groove and you get it where it sounded pretty good, move the ricochet lick to anywhere else, pick a scale that you like to use and move those around. So instead of always going, maybe move it down. Maybe do 2 notes, duplicate the hammer on, which has its own effect. Do a single string. And as you're developing it and you're feeling better, take the whole last measure and go nuts for 4 beats, but make sure you home by 1. So when that one, the downbeat of the first bar comes back, you're hitting the big thumb on it again. So anyway, that's slap groove 3. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions about it or want to suggest new lesson material, please email me at dalet@danabgoods.com. Thanks a lot.